Living in Australia, it's a pretty decent trip to get to any of the world's major theme parks. I'm Dan from themeparknut.com, and today I'm going to run through a little bit of my theme park history. So I live in a part of Australia called Brisbane, which is in southeast Queensland. About an hour south of Brisbane is the Gold Coast, which is Australia's capital for theme parks. So when I was born, SeaWorld, which opened in 1971, and Dreamworld, which opened in 1981, were the major parks in Australia. I couldn't tell you which of these two parks was the first theme park that I went to, but most of my early theme park memories come from Dreamworld. Movie World, which is the sister park of SeaWorld, opened in 1991. So these three parks I've been to more times than I can possibly remember. At some point in the mid-90s, let's say 1994-ish, my family and I travelled down to Sydney, and we were able to visit the now closed Australia's Wonderland theme park. The very next theme park that I visited was the granddaddy of them all, Disneyland. In 1995, my parents took us to California for a family holiday. And on that trip we visited not only Disneyland, which was the only park at Disneyland Resort at that point, but we also visited Universal Studios Hollywood and Knott's Berry Farm. In 1999, we were lucky enough to go back to the US, and this time we stopped in Orlando. So of course, having loved Disneyland and stopping in Orlando, we had to visit the Walt Disney World parks. So we went to Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Disney's MGM Studios as it was known then, and the brand new, just opened Disney's Animal Kingdom. From there, I sort of went into my theme park grey period. I really wasn't that interested in theme parks until really I met my wife. And we started small. We started going to our local parks again, Dreamworld, Movie World, SeaWorld, and again, went to those parks a stack of times and have some wonderful, wonderful memories. Finally, in 2010, my wife and I did our pre-children big overseas trip, which was to Europe. In this trip, we saw Europa Park, Legoland Billund, and Tivoli, amongst a cacophony of other amazing European sites. And now I know I've said this before on the channel, but this trip in 2010 was really when my complete obsession with theme parks was born. It's entirely my wife's fault. Now, we've been on a little bit of a hiatus period the last couple of years because our kids have been very small, but I can assure you that we have at least 3, possibly 4 trips to overseas theme parks that are going to happen, that we've planned. Now, they might not be for a couple of years, but there's some pretty amazing trips in our future, I guarantee it. And I should also say I'm now looking at any opportunity to tag a park into trips that I'm doing for work or other things. So just recently I went to Luna Park in Melbourne for about an hour and a half, but it was still an amazing experience. So they're my theme park credentials. I'd love to know in the comments down below, what was your first theme park? What was your first major theme park, if it's different? Did you go to local ones first like we did? Leave a comment down below with all of your theme park history. Thanks for watching my video about my theme park credentials. Like I said, leave a comment in the section down below with what your first theme park was. We'll be back on Friday with our regular theme park news in a minute, so tune in for that. In the meantime, you can check us out on Twitter at themeparknut, or our blog is themeparknut.com. Don't forget to subscribe, and until next time, cheers.